Well, TLC has hundreds and hundreds of trees of all different kinds, and this one is out by the landscape area, and as you can see, it's attached to a hammock, which is attached to Brian Pirtle. Brian, man, you got some work to do, babe. You got time to get up. Now, you could get used to that, couldn't you?
Yeah, this is nice. What a great use for a tree.
I know, and that's a bald cypress, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about those later. But TLC, amazing variety of trees here.
Huge selection of trees. Father's Day is coming up soon, and what a great thing to give Dad is a tree. It'll last forever, and he can enjoy it for the rest of his life, and then the kids can enjoy it, and the grandkids can enjoy it. Yeah. Trees are a gift that lasts a lifetime, and Dad can come out. We're going to talk about some specific trees, but if Dad wants to come out and buy his own tree, we've got TLC gift cards. You can get him a gift card, and he can come out and talk to our professionals and select his own tree that suits him.
So these are shade trees that really work well in Oklahoma.
Yes, these are shade trees that are going to be good for Oklahoma and do well in your yard and are going to live well and I'll show
prosper.
You and prosper. And I'll show you the different ones for the different situations that you might have too.
Okay, well, let's start with this bald cypress. This is a beauty.
Yes, this is bald cypress, and actually our hammock was connected to a bald cypress, but this is a newer version of bald cypress. It's called Shawnee Brave. And Shawnee Brave gets as big as a regular bald cypress, 70, 80 feet tall, but only gets about 25 feet wide. So it's a lot narrower than your average bald cypress. You can put it in a smaller yard. You can put it in an area that's not going to take an enormous tree.
Well, and the thing about bald cypress is they do like a lot of water.
They like a lot of water, and they do so well in wet conditions. So if you have an area where your neighbor's watering all the time, or you're watering and it's a low spot, all the water comes to, that's a great spot for a bald cypress. Okay. Loves the water.
Well, what do we have over here? This
in that same realm, this is a sycamore tree or a London plane tree. And London plane trees also really like the water. You can plant it in a low spot, in a wet spot. A little bit of a caution on London plane tree, it's a bit messy. It gets those little puff balls on it that can really make a mess in the yard. But one of the benefits is it's one of the fastest growing trees. This thing grows about 4 feet plus a year and will grow in almost any conditions. And it's actually native. You'll see these out in the woods. When I was in Boy Scouts, they said if you ever see the bark of a sycamore tree, you know water is close. And they get 100 feet tall, so you could always see them above all the other trees.
And the trunk on that, and the branches are
just the bark peels and splotches and mottles, and just a great tree.
Well, speaking of bark, you just can't beat, is this a river birch?
River birch, love the bark of the river birch.
Isn't that incredible?
And this is another one that loves it wet. Great for a low-lying area, a wet spot. And I've often called the birch the tattletale of the garden, because if you don't water for 2 or 3 days, the leaves are going to turn yellow and start dropping, and it's going to tell you, hey, you better water. But then when you water, the leaves come right back on and it releases real quickly.
Now this is a big old monster, but you all can plant these at TLC.
Yes, we do. We have a full-line planting crew that will come out and plant any tree. I know with this ball on this thing probably weighs about 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
And I think that's a neat thing about TLC is you can go out and get Dad a tree. Dad has to do nothing but just sit there and hook the hammock up to it when he gets done. When we get done putting in. Some of these are big enough you can almost hook the hammock right to it.
And this is a maple, isn't it?
This is maple. This is autumn blaze maple. Another one of my favorites because of the fast growth. Grows extremely fast, has incredible fall color. Red fall color that comes real early and very consistent fall color.
Now, there are a lot of different kinds of maples. Which one, if you really are looking at red, is this the one you would suggest?
This is my favorite. It's actually half red and half silver maple. I don't tell that to a whole lot of people because people don't like silver maple. But it has the fast growth of a silver maple, the durability of a silver maple, but the beautiful red fall color of a red maple.
And that there are some like October Glory.
October Glory is great as well, and we carry that too. The reason I prefer Autumn Blaze is it grows just a little bit faster than all the rest.
Okay.
So again, 3-4 feet a year, so instant tree for Dad. He's not going to be waiting around till he's grandpa to have his tree. He's going to have it immediately.
Well, and you bring up a good point because really it's best to get the most tree that you can.
That's right.
For the dollar, so that you're not, unless they grow incredibly fast, because then you're nobody likes to wait.
That's right. Everyone's impatient nowadays.
Yeah.
Now on the other spectrum, this is oak, and this is Shumard oak, and Shumard grows fast for an oak tree, but in general, oaks are very slow. So you might get 18 inches a year, but the wonderful thing about oaks, they live forever. They're extremely durable, heat and drought tolerant, deep roots, strong branches, and then they live forever.
And then what is this? Is this?
And that was Shumard oak, and this is sawtooth oak. And for me, Sawtooth is one of the faster growing oaks. It grows a lot faster than some of the other varieties. And this is a native oak, grows native right here in Oklahoma, and you'll see it, growing all out in the woods here.
And what is next here?
This is tulip tree. A little,
oh, okay.
Not as popular around here, but a great tree. This tree grows fairly fast. It makes a beautiful tree, nice canopy, strong branches, not extremely drought tolerant, so you have to keep the water to this tree. It's not one that's going to be bulletproof and sit out in the yard without any care, but as long as you water it, this is a great tree. And maybe my favorite tree of all trees right here, this is Chinese pistache.
Yes.
And look at how big that's a 25-foot tall tree. I mean, you cannot beat a present like that for Dad. I mean, he would love to have this giant, mature tree just put right out in the yard.
And great fall color.
Great fall color, extreme durability. I always notice the Chinese pistache up and down the turnpike. And these are right on the side of the turnpike, get no water, no care at all. This is a more unusual tree. This is Japanese pagoda tree. And it gets big, 40, 50 feet tall, but it also has beautiful flowers in the fall or in the summertime, lavender colored flowers that look like peas. A little bit unusual, but a great tree. And then this is our big lacebark elm that we have here on the property. And the bark of the lacebark elm is so beautiful.
And they grow quickly. I've got a Chinese pistache and lacebark elm in my front yard, and they're fighting to see who's going to get bigger faster.
Very fast growing and very durable and easy to grow. I just love this tree.
Yeah, and like you said, the bark is just phenomenal. So it really has 12 months of interest.
I agree. And last year we, or a couple years ago, I had a house and I wanted a tree to shade the front door, and this is what I went with because I knew it would grow so fast and it would give me shade instantly.
Well, Brian, thank you for a lot of great ideas for shade trees for Dad. So time to get them just in time for Father's Day.
I'm going back to the hammock.
See ya.